So good morning, all. It's Judith. It's a 1-hour gentle Kripalu yoga class. We're having some construction where we're filming here. They're working on the roof. So then you may be hearing some sounds. And if I hear that they're making noise, I will try to speak more loudly. So it's sort of like an unexpected challenge for the morning, but let's take it. We'll take the challenge, okay? So here, if you're new, welcome. If you've been here for years and years, welcome back, of course. Glad to see all of you here. It's a very cloudy Wednesday morning here in Santa Fe. So the props we use for this class would be a yoga mat. If you don't have a yoga mat, you could substitute with a folded blanket or a beach towel perhaps, but preferably on a padded surface like carpeting. Don't try to do that on a tile or wood floor. Your joints will not be very happy. Otherwise, if you have these props, a nice pair of yoga blocks. If you don't have yoga blocks, you could substitute with a couple of canned goods of equal size and weight. Blocks are a nice prop to have just for your own convenience. Maybe something padding. This is a squishy mat that I like to have to pad various sections of the body. This is a rolled towel that I've affixed with rubber bands, and that's sort of like a little bolster that I use. Otherwise, here's a yoga strap. And this is easy to substitute. You could use a scarf, a belt, a dog leash, a bathrobe tie. Any of those would work for your substitute strap. Other optional things would be a set of hand weights. You might have hand weights already. If you don't worry about it. This is a pair of 1-pounders. You might want a set of 2-pounders. Nothing heavier than 2 pounds for this class, please. And then last but not least, our chair. This is a standard kind of metal folding chair. It's got wide legs, so it's not going to be wobbling when you start pressing on it. So basically, your chair should be without wheels and without arms because we move from side to side. We'll use the chair for standing and also for sitting. So if you need help with your balance or want a little security blanket, the chair is the answer. Maybe you're near a wall, or maybe there's a piece of furniture that will not move if you start pushing your weight on it. Just be mindful. And if whatever's being offered for your body doesn't work this morning, you can modify. You could do something else, another posture, or you could skip it altogether. So just bear that in mind. I'll be available to answer questions after class, all right? So let's just start with the feet directly under the hips, and we'll just start with a little baby march. So think about just lifting the heels and the feet off of the mat, off of the earth. So you're lifting opposite leg and opposite arm. And then once you get the arms and legs going, you might want to think about lifting those thighs and knees up to waist height, but if it doesn't go that far, you're just going to go to your optimum height, your optimum lift. Imagine the head is like a helium balloon and the head is floating up to the sky. And you're taking those deep, full breaths, LSD breaths, long, slow, and deep for 8, 7. See if you can make it vigorous. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep marching. And now we're going to do a little brain gym here. It's out, out, in, out, out, in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then slowly coming back to center. You're going to slowly, slowly, slowly bring the legs and the arms to stillness. Let's take the feet about shoulder width apart now. The toes can be slightly turned out, but this is for hip circles. So you want to think about inhaling forward, exhaling back as you squeeze the navel back to the spine. So inhaling forward, exhaling, squeezing it as you circle into the back. And maybe you want to keep your torso fairly neutral, but maybe you want to get the torso involved. So you can choose big full breaths for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's come back to center, recircling the other way, inhaling forward, exhaling back. Big full breaths. This direction might feel slightly different, but maybe it feels the same as the other side. You're just observing, no self-judgment. Let's do 8, 7, big full breaths, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then corkscrewing back to center, rolling the shoulders forward, up, back, and down, moving up the body. Oh. Sighing, moaning, groaning is fine. If it feels good to let out some sound, we're all muted, so feel free. Oh, let's do a few more in this direction. And let's go the other way. Big full breaths for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's shake out the arms. See if you can rotate the humerus bone up here into the shoulder girdle. This way we are producing our own synovial fluid. The synovial fluid doesn't happen till you move the joint, and that is basically what oils and lubricates the joints throughout the body. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then the arms come to stillness. Take soft knees here. Big breath in. Inhale up. Stretch the arms to the sky. Exhale, press the arms down by the side of the body. Inhale up. Exhale, press. Lifting and pressing. Lifting and pressing. 2 more. Lifting and pressing. Last time. Inhale, stretch the fingers to the sky. Exhale down. Let's take the fingers back up to the sky. If you can keep the chest square to the front of your space, that's the challenge on this one. You could be climbing your imaginary rope here or picking fruit. You can choose. And you're just giving a nice tug to those intercostal muscles that attach to the side ribs. You want to keep those hydrated and lubricated and flexible. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then the arms can come down to the parallel. The palms can face the earth. Let's take the legs a little bit wider from here, going halfway down with a flat back. We're going to stop halfway down. If you need more support with the arms, they can come to the thighs. Otherwise, extend them to the side walls. You're engaging the abdominals here. The crown of the head still lines up with the tailbone. You're not letting the head dangle. Big full breaths here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms float down very slowly to the earth. If the fingertips don't reach the earth, here's a place where you could grab a block if you have them, or you could turn your chair around to face you so that the seat is facing you, and you could place your hands on the seat for more support should you need. So we're here in this forward fold. The legs are wide. The toes point out 30 to 45 degrees. Let's just shake the head yes here. Just getting used to being upside down. Shake the head no. Let's add some horse lips, some Mr. Ed lips. And we're breathing. So here you might want to start a little glide from side to side here. See if you can stay in the same plane. Imagine there's a railroad track attached to your inner thighs, and the bum is connected to that railroad track. So you're not lifting up in the middle. You're gliding right to left, left to right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go back over to the right. The right forearm could rest on the right thigh. Left leg has gone straight. Big stretch for the adductor muscle. The left heel grounds into the earth. The toes point up to the sky. So you've got a stretch on the left and a little pulse on the right. We're pulsing into the right hip for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Glide through center, left forearm to left thigh. And you can pulse into the left hip now. Meanwhile, the right leg is straight. Big stretch for that right adductor muscle. Right heel grounds into the mat. And the right toes point to the sky. And you're still doing your pumps into the left hip for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Coming back to center. Let's take a big squat here in the middle. Big plie. Inhale, knees track over toes. Exhale, straighten the legs as you bow to your mat. Inhale, straighten the leg, bend the legs, sorry. Straighten the legs as you bow to your mat. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's stay down into the deep squat, little pumps for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Re-straighten. And then from here, you can heel toe the feet together or step the feet together. You can choose what works. I've still got my block in front of me. If the hands don't come to the earth, they can rest on the chair seat or the block. Let's stay in the forward fold. And let's microbend the knees left and right as we stretch out that low back. That's an area that can get nice and cranky from too much sitting or working on computers, etc. So little bends with the knees for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Legs come to stillness. Hands can go down towards the ankles, sliding up the shins halfway. Inhale, flat back lift. Back is flat. You could serve tea, no spilling. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And let's go all the way up. Hands can rest on thighs as you stack the bones, stack the bones, stack the bones, roll the shoulders as you come to standing. Just taking a few moments here to recover. And now let's go ahead and continue to take the hands down the thighs. Now the torso is going to be about 20 to 30 degrees here. I'll do it in profile. This will be standing cat-cow. So it's inhale, you drop the belly, spread the sits bones wide. Exhale, arch and squeeze, navel to spine, like a Halloween cat. Inhale, drop the belly, spread the sits bones wide. Exhale, arch and squeeze, like a Halloween cat. Let's do 4, 3, 2, last one. As much flexibility in the spine as is available. Roll it on up. Oh, roll the shoulders. Move any props off to one side. Have your chair or wall handy. And then from here, taking the feet under the hips, identify that center fulcrum of the foot, the arch. So you know where the center is. The feet are directly under the hips. So think about, without lifting the feet off at all, just think about moving the weight forward, come back to that center fulcrum of the arch, and then roll back to the heel. going forward, going back, going forward, going back. And then once you get that little rocking motion going, then you can think about lifting the heels as you rock forward and lifting the toes as you rock back. So it's a little balance challenge. And then once the feet and the legs are comfortable, we can float the arms up. So I lift the palms up on the inhale, exhale as you press back. Inhale, lifting up, exhale, pressing back. So finding your own rhythm, your own flow here. Big full breaths, coordinating the breath with the movement as best you can. Nice and easy for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going with the feet. The arms can come to stillness now. A little bit more rocking with the feet, strengthening the ankles, the feet, the Achilles tendon, and the calves for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then just coming to stillness, shaking anything out that feels good to shake should you need. Now getting your chair, let's stand next to your chair. And the standing leg will be the right leg for this. I have room here. So what we're going to do is put the weight into the right leg, and very slowly you're going to start swinging this left leg. Maybe a hand can come to the hip here for more stability. And if you can lift it all the way up to your waist, that's great. If you can't, don't force it. So big swings here with the legs for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then slowly bringing it down to stillness. Let's move to the other side. So this time the weight will be in the left leg. You're going to swing gently your right leg. And you can start small. And you can determine if this side will be the same as the other side. Maybe it's different. Maybe it's the same. You can lift it up to waist height. That's great. If not, just get your optimum lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then slowly, slowly bringing it down to stillness. Nice and easy. Let's go ahead and face the chair. Maybe you want to grab some water right now. Grab this so I keep track of the time. And you're going to face the seat of your chair. You're fairly close to your chair here. And we're going to take the sides of the chair with our hands, just grab it there. And from here, you're going to shift the weight into the left leg. I will not mirror you for this one. The right knee is bent into the nose. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Donkey kicks. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Refloat the leg, point the toe. Touch the toe down. Exhale as you lift. Touching and lifting for 4, 3, 2, 1. Refloat it. Go ahead and bend the knee. Flex the right foot. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, straighten the leg for 4, 3, 2, 1. Rebend the knee. Float it out to the right side of the body. Circle those knees to the right. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Other direction. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Right foot meets the left. Micro bend the knees, left and right. Noticing what the left leg feels like, what the left butt cheek feels like. That does a lot of, the standing leg is doing a lot of work as well. Let's bring the legs to stillness. Shifting the weight into the right leg, left bent knee into nose. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Pelvis stays square to that narrow end of your mat. Inhale and exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the leg, point the toe, touch and lift, touch and lift for 4, 3, 2, 1. Refloat it, flex the foot, bend the knee, inhale, bend, exhale, straighten for 4, 3, 2, 1. Rebend the knee, float it to the right, circle the knee for 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Left foot meets the right. Micro bend those knees. It's okay to say ow if that feels good. And then just slowly ascending. You can use the back of the chair to help you get up without getting dizzy. Nice and easy. Let's keep using the chair. This time we're going to flip it around and face the back of the chair. For this, we're going to keep our feet in first position so the heels come together, the toes point outward. You're going to face the back of your chair. So here we are in first position. If you're a former dancer, you would know this. Let's lift up on those tippy toes. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's stay up on 1. Now, if you can find a spot that doesn't move on the wall in front of you, maybe on the earth in front of you, focusing there, that's your drishti point. Maybe one arm wants to come up. Maybe the second arm wants to come up, balancing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One arm comes down, second arm comes down, heels float down, shake them out. Very nice. Let's go ahead and turn the chair. And if you have weights that you'd like to use, have them handy. Otherwise, it's just a soft fist. You don't have to have the weights. So we're going to sit in the chair very mindfully, sitting more forward to the front of the seat of the chair than the back of the chair. I've got these 1-pounders in my hand, but it could be no weight or one weight in each hand. The palms face the midline. The feet are flat, legs and feet hip distance apart. Exhale, right fist into right armpit, back down. Exhale into left armpit, inhale down. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then slowly coming back to neutral. Now the palms are going to face the back wall. No weight or one weight in each hand. Right arm up to shoulder height only. Exhale, inhale. Left arm up to shoulder height only. Exhale, inhale. For 8, 7, don't rush it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can keep alternating or maybe 2 together for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's relift together, both in the middle. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 8, 7. Try to drop shoulders away from ears. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And slowly resisting gravity, you're going to come down. Not too quickly. No, let them collapse. On this one, just shrug the shoulders. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, drop. Shrugging and dropping for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming to stillness, let's take the legs slightly wider apart, not too much. We're going to tilt the pelvis forward, the whole torso rather forward. So crown of head still lines up with tailbone. We'll do some flies here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's stay here. Little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then slowly take them down. Very slowly. Oh, it's okay to say ow. I'm going to say ow. And just shake everything out. Shake it out. No weight or one weight in each hand. Now the palms are going to face the thighs. So you're going to have a little isometric press on each side as you lift the leg. So we'll alternate. Exhale, inhale. Remember to squeeze abdominals as well. Exhale, inhale. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Back to neutral. Let's stay on the right. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Back down to neutral. Maybe a couple breaths between sides, noticing how the right side of the body feels. How does the left side of the body feel? Let's go to the left. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Legs come wide now. Going to come nice and wide. You're still sitting closer to the front of the seat of the chair than collapsing to the back of the chair. No weight or one weight in each hand. The palms face the floor. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back to center, no weight, one weight or two weights in both hands. You're going to sort of weave those fingers and the weights together. This is called chopping wood. Inhale up, exhale, swing the arms through the legs. Inhale up, exhale, chop. for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back slowly, you can take the legs in. Let's go ahead and put the weights to one side. Coming up very mindfully from the chair, we'll do a few more things on the chair and then we'll go to the earth. So stacking the palms over the heart center, or you can hook the thumbs together, spread the fingers wide and press the hands over the heart center. That's Eagle Mudra in yoga. The feet are flat. The feet are hip distance apart. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time we come up, we're going to act like we're going to sit, but we're going to hover here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Re-straighten. Take the legs just slightly wider. Lifting right heel, take it down. Lifting left heel, take it down. Moving from side to side. Nice and gentle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming slowly, unwinding the arms, shaking everything out that feels like it needs a little shake. Let's move the chair off to one side. And if you're new and you have anxiety about coming onto the mat, you can grab your chair, either place it on the mat, maybe back legs up against where the wall meets the baseboard or the floor. You're going to approach the chair just like we did, halfway along the edge of the chair seat. You're going to shift the weight to one leg, and down you go. Most of the weight will go in your arms. You're on the earth. To get back up, grab the sides, maybe forearms on the chair seat. Maybe one leg comes forward, tuck those back toes. Most of the weight will go in the arms. Inhale, exhale, lift the bum. One foot under the seat, second foot under the seat. Grab the back to crawl up to standing without passing out or getting dizzy or getting the head rush, all of that. So coming onto the earth as best you can. I'm going to take the blocks and put them on the narrow end of the mat here so that they're there. And we'll face those blocks. Inhale, let's do some big swan dives up. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. 2 more, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's stay down. Let's shake the head yes here. Shake the head no. Maybe some horse lips, Mr. Ed. Wilbur. And then micro bending the knees left and right for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then legs come to stillness, hands come to blocks or mat. Using low blocks only, you're going to step back, if you're using the blocks, into your down dog. It's a triangle shape with the body. Arms are straight, fingers are spread wide. Trying to press the chest close to the tops of the thighs. Bicycle pedal the heels. And wag your dog tail for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs come to stillness. Float the knees down to the earth. And it could be thighs in parallel or big toes together, knees wide apart, press into child pose. So whatever your best version of child pose is, I'm placing that towel behind my knees. It creates more space. The bum can get closer to the heels on the mat, or they could be by the legs. Forehead should rest on the mat. If it doesn't get there, you could stack. Or grabbing a block and just rest your. So come. You're going to take the top of the right foot, nestle it into the arch of the left foot, and then you're going to press back into your child's pose. While we're doing that, the arms on the floor. Side of the body. Of your child's pose, reverse the position of the feet. The top of the left foot nestles into the arch of the right foot. Then you press back into your child's, smushing the bottom right foot. The arms go on the earth to the right. The left hip presses away 45 degrees on the diagonal. And now there's a nice ginormous stretch on the left side of the body. Maybe little wiggles here, but maybe it's a static press for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back to center, coming slowly, slowly out of your child's pose, unwinding the feet. Here again, you might want to pad your knees right here, just to give some extra support to the knees. Let's take the hands to the upper corners of the narrow end of your mat, and we're just going to start circling some hips here, just to tease out any air pockets or tension that might have crept in there. So your big swirling circles with the hips. Oh, sighing, moaning, groaning can feel good here. Let's circle the other way, breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back to center. Let's find our way to sitting slowly. There's no rush to arrive there. It's getting there safely. If you'd like to fold an extra blanket or towel to sit on, that would help tilt the hips forward. And that allows the pelvic bowl to tilt forward like you're spilling water out of a bowl. You might want to pull flesh away from the sits bones. That helps as well. And then let's just take the feet kissing each other. The soles of the feet touch, but we're going to keep the legs long here in a diamond shape just to start. So we're going to float the arms up, inhale up, exhale, reaching over those legs towards the feet. And you've got your forward fold going. Let's take the right hand. It's going to grab the outside of the left ankle. Right hand grabs outside of left ankle. Left arm wraps around the back of the body. Maybe it rests on the sacrum. Maybe it goes to the opposite hip crease. Now you're looking over your left shoulder to the wall behind you. You could say hi to your knee and thigh. So we're in a seated twist. Big full breaths for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Unwinding out of this. You're still in your forward fold. The left hand now grabs the outside of the right ankle. Left hand grabs outside of right ankle. And then you're going to take your right arm around the back of the body, either to sacrum or opposite hip crease. Now looking over the right shoulder to the wall behind you, saying hi there to your knee and thigh. Big full breaths. Nice and easy for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's come back, unwind out of this, and then slowly rise up with the torso. Don't rush it. And let's go ahead and take the soles of the feet. They're still together. And now you're going to bring it closer to the body into a full-blown Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. I like to tuck the elbows into that soft part of the thigh, avoid the knee joint. Sit as tall as you possibly can as you rock side to side, opening up the hips. And those hips get nice and tight from all the sitting and driving and computing and all of our daily activities. So we're going to open those babies up and work on the posture at the same time. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then bringing it to stillness, let's go ahead and come into easy pose, Sukhasana. So this is where the ankles line up with one another. That's not available. You could take blocks if you happen to have blocks, or even a rolled towel or blanket would work as well under the knees. And then you can have the legs straight with some extra support, should that sound appealing. I'm going to go back to easy pose, and I'm also propping my thighs with the blocks so that I'm not gripping in the hip crease area. So from here, the hands could just rest on the shins and the knees, and see if you can isolate the ribs as you circle forward and back. So think about the inhale forward, the exhale as you squeeze it back, and you're lifting and you're circling. Big full breaths. And let's circle the other direction when you find the opportunity. Breathing, giving those internal organs a nice squeeze, hopefully creating some more space. And then let's go ahead and bring that to stillness. Let's go ahead and unwind the legs. Not going to face the narrow end of your mat. Let's go ahead and bend the knees. Feet are hip distance apart. You can grab behind the thighs or the shins. Try to avoid the knee joint. So inhale forward. Exhale back and squeeze. Inhale forward. Exhale back and squeeze. Let's do 4, 3, 2, stay back on 1. Now, see if you can tuck the chin, drop the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe one lower leg can come up. Maybe a second lower leg can come up. We're balancing here. Maybe you want to extend the arms, maybe you don't. For 4, 3, pump the abs. 2, 1, little open, little squeeze, little open, little squeeze. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab the backs of your thighs or the front of your shins and go forward one more time through the knees, and then exhale all the way down, laying that spine down on the earth like a string of pearls. Back of the neck is as long as it's willing to go. And you've drawn the knees into the chest. You can rock side to side here, east to west. Or maybe you want to circle the knees. Either they can be in opposition or in tandem. Just make sure that you're circling both directions. Ah, this should feel good. And then the feet come back to earth, the knees are still bent. Let's go ahead if you have weights. If you want to add weights, that's optional. So we're here, knees bent, heels as close to the bum as you can get them. We're going to do some dry runs on the earth. So we're going to do pelvic tilts. Inhale, pelvic tilt forward. The pelvis is going to stay on the earth. Exhale, draw it back and squeeze. So you're squeezing the pelvic floor, the abdominals, the quads, the buttocks. Inhale, tilt the pelvis forward. Exhale, back and squeeze. Inhale, tilt it forward. Exhale, back and squeeze. Let's do 2 more. One more. This next time, inhale forward, feet press into the earth. Exhale, lift and squeeze, rising up into bridge pose. Don't look side to side. Keep the chin tucked in the center of the chest, lifting. Roll the spine down very slowly, vertebra by vertebra. The minute the pelvis hits the earth, inhale, tilt it forward. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Woo! Up we go. Roll the spine back down, vertebra by vertebra. See if you can keep those thighs parallel like railroad tracks. Inhale, tilt the pelvis forward. This time, lift and squeeze. We're going to stay up now here. We're going to squeeze right butt cheek, squeeze left butt cheek, right and left for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Stay lifted. And now you're going to tap the knees together for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Thighs in parallel. Roll the spine down. Vertebra by vertebra. Triple slow time. Nice and slow. Once you're on the earth, mindfully draw one thigh into the chest very slowly. You don't want to pop anything. This is the counter stretch to the baby back bend. Draw second thigh into chest and maybe a little rock side to side just to massage that low back area. Maybe it's a circle. And then we're bringing those legs to stillness. Let's splay the knees apart. Hands can grab the ankles or the shins. Let's let the weight of the arms just open up the hip crease. Let's flex and point the feet while we're here. The feet are dangling in the air, flexing and pointing the feet, spreading the toes wide, circling the ankles. Oh, lovely. Oh. Doing a little choreography with your feet for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then the knees come back together. If you want to grab a strap, grab a strap. If you don't have a strap, just grab your leg behind the back of the thigh and or the calf and avoid the knee joint, please. So looping the strap around the ball of the left foot. I'm not mirroring you. You're going to draw it into your face. Big straight leg here. Breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then from here, just inhale, bend the left knee. Exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale, bend the left knee. Exhale, straighten the leg for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. We bend the left knee and remove the strap if you were using the strap. Loop it around the ball of the right foot. And you're just going to draw that right straight leg close towards the face. You're not going to force it. Just an optimum stretch. The foot is flexed for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then inhale, bend right knee. Exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale, bend the right knee. Exhale, straighten the leg. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Rebend it. Take the strap away. Let's draw the knees into the chest one more time. Massaging the low back, rolling around. Very, very good. Nice and easy. And let's just, since we've got the knees drawn into the chest, left thigh crosses over top of right thigh, like you're sitting in a chair, no space between the thighs. You're going to grab the shins like bicycle handlebars, flex the feet, draw those thighs into the chest with a steady pressure. So this isn't a pulse, this is a steady pressure. Drop the tailbone towards the earth. Both feet are flexed. And now both feet are also externally rotated. So you should feel it in your outer left hip for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the legs, shake them out between sides. You can shake the arms as well. Shake them out. Now cross right thigh on top of left thigh, no space between the thighs. Grab the shins like bicycle handlebars. Back of the neck is long. The thighs are being pressed into the chest with a steady pressure. The tailbone is dropping to the earth. The feet are flexed. Now both feet also externally rotate. Oh boy. Breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1. 4 more if you can stand it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it. Unwind the legs. Shake out the legs. Shake out the arms. Slip the hands under the hips, under the bum. Palms face down. The 2 legs are glued together. Inhale, drop and hover. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, drop and hover. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then the legs come down, the arms come away from the bum. Let's go ahead and straighten the legs. Cross the left ankle over the top of the right thigh. And if you've got a block or a blanket handy, that's great too. So you want to prop that bent left knee with a block or a towel or a blanket, whatever is handy. And we're just opening up this left side of the hip crease. If you want a more advanced version of this, slide the left ankle under the right thigh and then drop the left bent knee off to the side. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Unwind the left leg. Left leg straightens. Right leg bends. Right ankle crosses over the top of the left thigh. Right ankle crosses over top of left thigh. So you're stretching out the right hip crease now. If you want the more advanced version, the right ankle slips under the left thigh. Then the right bent knee drops off to the right. So this 2 sides may feel dramatically different. Maybe they feel the same. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Unwinding the right leg, moving the block away. Let's take the arms over the head. Draw the right hand away from the right foot, the left hand away from the right hand away from the right foot. So you're just stretching the left side nice and long. You're stretching the right side nice and long, creating more space for those internal organs, maybe making yourself an inch taller. And then bringing everything to stillness, arms and legs 30 to 45 degrees, arriving in resting pose, corpse pose, Shavasana. If flat on the back is a problem, you might want to roll something under the knees to protect the low back. If that's not workable, going to feet mat width apart, knock the knees together. That's restorative rest pose. If on the back is impossible, maybe rolling onto one side, stacking hips and legs, resting the head on the upper arm, or maybe a block and a cushion. If you have an available wall and want to do legs up the wall, do legs up the wall. Or you could sit in a chair, feet flat, palms resting on the thighs, crown of head lifting up towards the heavens. So nice tall posture if you're in the chair. And then once you've organized the arms and the legs, just allow the eyes to drop closed. And scanning the body for any residual tension that might remain. And then noticing our imaginary hot tub. Feet go right in there. Deep relaxation. And then the feet are enveloped with this soft relaxation. It moves into the ankles. And then it moves into the low legs. From there, it moves into the knees, permeating all the complex structures of the knees. And from there, it moves into the thighs, all the way up into the thighs. And then it moves into the hips, permeating the hips, the pelvis, the low back, the buttocks, all deeply relaxed. And from the belly, it moves into the waist and torso, enveloping the ribs, the heart, the lungs, the liver, kidneys, pancreas, colon, spleen, all the vital organs marinating in this deep relaxation. It moves from the chest and into the shoulders and rolls down both arms, all the way to the fingertips, all the way to the fingertips. It envelops the throat and the neck now. And then it envelops the head, all the way to the crown of the head. The back of the neck releases. The face and the jaw let go. The tongue lies at the bottom of the mouth, teeth slightly apart. Eyes sink deep into the skull, as though a white circle of healing light envelops the entire body. Noticing back body and front body, right side and left side. Noticing the whole body together. The whole body together. The whole body together. And here's a quote from Pema Chodron from her book, Welcoming the Unwelcome. Widening our perspective and becoming more conscious individually also has a positive effect on our society. If enough of us can really feel what we feel, if enough of us can stay upright with our vulnerability instead of spiraling down, then that will naturally lead to more people being there for each other. As we individuals grow in our resilience, as we become better at staying conscious and not losing heart, we will be able to remain strong in challenging conditions for the long haul. This is within the capacity of all of us. If you'd like to remain in Shavasana for as long as feels right, please feel free to do that. Just stay right there. But if you're ready to meet the day, begin to bring some gentle movement to fingers and toes and arms and legs. And if you're on the earth, drawing the knees into the chest, giving yourself a well-deserved hug. And then rolling onto your favorite side and pausing there for just a few breaths in embryo posture. And on the next inhale, keeping the eyes closed, press yourself up into a comfortable seated posture, rooting the sits bones down into the earth, drawing the crown of the head up into the sky, scanning the body for the effects of the practice, and thanking the body for all it does all day, every day, and bringing to mind one thing for which you are grateful. And on the next inhale, let's float the palms up overhead, hands meet in prayer, dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart, samastiti. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you stand in the light of your own true self. I salute the bright light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.